Okay, my dear friends, rub your hands together and place them on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes, my dear friends. Every moment spent in meditation is an investment. Every minute, every second. It's an investment for our welfare and world welfare, humanity welfare, the earth welfare. So that is what Patriji said, and that is what we need to follow. Meditation is very, very important in all of our lives. And that is what we are going to understand today as to what meditation really does. What are the powers of meditation? That is what we are going to understand today. And I have a small presentation for all of you to understand. And if I may ask, I would like to ask you to get a pen and a paper so that you can at least write the notes to understand it better, if you can write it better. Because Patriji always believes in writing and then understanding. So that is an important characteristic of a student that we need to learn by making notes. So that is how many masters have learned, many students have learned, and that is how they become masters. So I'd give you 2 minutes of time to bring your own notebooks and pen or a paper, something like that. Okay, my dear friends. So let us all start to understand meditation and the vehicles of light, excerpted from the book The Hidden Wisdom of the Lotus Sutra, written by Torquem Saradarian Meditations. And this is just a small chapter from the huge book of Hidden Wisdom of the Lotus Sutra, written by Torquem Saradarian. So I'd like to present to you what is this light and what is meditation, according to the Buddha's Lotus Sutra, my dear friends. So here we go. The Buddha himself abides in the great vehicle, and he has that wisdom, the powers of meditation and the wisdom, and through that we bring peace to the earth by saving all the creatures of earth. When we say saving, it's like liberating everyone from their own slaveries, whether it be for human beings, for animals, for anyone, all creatures included here. With the power of meditation and wisdom, he saves all the creatures, my dear friends. That is how every master is being, trained to save themselves first, to free themselves first, and then it's not literally saving anyone. Nobody can save anybody. It's freeing people from their own slaveries. And within the Buddhist philosophy, there is only one great light, and this light penetrates into everything and everywhere. This meditation is nothing but light, isn't it, my dear friends? It's light and wisdom and love and everything else. And there's only one light in all existence, in space, in forms, in the human, everywhere. And this light is a whole complete unit. And we might be told otherwise about this concept, but really the whole point is to open our minds to a different new philosophy or different new understanding every time we learn something new. So in essence, light is everywhere. What is light? Light is nothing but knowledge and wisdom that shows us the light and brings the clarity into our mind. It removes the fogginess in our mind and shows us where exactly we are going, where we are, where we need to go, what we need to do. And everything, all of this is nothing but light. We all move from darkness to light, my dear friends. And it happens only through meditation. So you have to understand by checking yourself how much in darkness you are and how much you are in light and how much more you can go into light without focusing yourself on the darkness. And the vehicle of this pure light is the formulation of that light, my dear friends. And when the light takes certain forms to be acceptable by the human mind and intellect, we say that it has become a vehicle of the light, and this vehicle carries the light. And what is that vehicle? You are the vehicle, my dear friends. You are the vehicle of light. What else can be? What else can be? Every person has light in himself or herself, isn't it? And your physical body is a vehicle of your inner spirit. Your body carries that spirit and tries by all means to translate the plans, the higher plans, not just any plan. When you meditate, you bring the higher plans into vision, into reality, and then spread that word everywhere, just like Patriji did, isn't it? He brought the higher plan down and spread it to everyone so that everyone gets free of themselves. And they in turn free others. And that brings into each and every relationship the purpose, the plan, and relationships of the spirit to everyone and everything. And just as we are human beings, the whole cosmos, the whole existence is a being, isn't it? It's a living, breathing, thriving being. And this being has one essence, and that essence is light, just like you and me. And this light manifests through various forms, just as our spirit manifests through our words, thinking, feeling, and actions. How does your light manifest? When you teach meditation to somebody, that is how your light is manifested. When you bring awareness about vegetarianism, that is how your light manifests. When you enlighten people about your own wisdom, that is how your light manifests. That is nothing but manifestation of light. You bring in light, you bring your gifts, you bring your light to everyone. That is what is manifestation of light. And the vehicle of light is the teaching. You are the vehicle, you are the carrier of that light. And that carrier of light, that light becomes, that is because of the teaching. And the teaching is formulated light. And this light slowly penetrates into the lower and lower levels until a conscious contact is understood or created between the vehicle and the light. See, when you do meditation, what happens is the cosmic energy enters the head part and then flows to all the parts of the chakras, isn't it? It goes lower and lower and lower, and then tries to penetrate into each and every chakra to get that light, to penetrate as light in each and every part of yourself. It flows from here, not from the other way around, isn't it? It flows from here, then it goes down. There's only one great light and one vehicle, which is the translation of the light, my dear friends. And in the Buddhist religion, there are two vehicles of the teaching which contain that light. Mahayana and Hinayana. Mahayana is the great vehicle, Hinayana is the small vehicle. This is all about the Buddhist religion, what Buddhist religion says, what the Lotus Sutra says. Mahayana and Hinayana. And the great vehicle is the pure teaching. The Mahayana, as we speak, the Mahayana is the pure teaching existing in the whole universe. As Patriji says, there is only one truth and one truth alone. And meditation is that truth. And the great vehicle, which is the Mahayana, is the pure teaching existing in the entire universe. And the small vehicle, which is the Hinayana, is the teaching conditioned by traditions, human psychology, by the weather, by the types of race and the conditions. And it is a stage that teaches people how to reach the large vehicle, which is the Mahayana. So we need to understand where we exactly are. Through the process of teaching, you know what happens? We understand where we are and we need to understand where we have to go. You will have to know which standard you are in. Are you in the 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard? Which standard are you in? That is what meditation does to you. It makes you aware of where you are right now. And that is what humility is. For example, the level of science taught in elementary schools is different from the science taught in universities, but these two levels of teaching do not contradict each other. The little teaching does not have the complexity and completeness of the higher level teaching, isn't it? Both have different curriculums and different, they have different studies, textbooks. The 1st class textbook will be different from the 5th class textbook, isn't it? The syllabus, the curriculum is different. And as you move towards the higher, the curriculum will slowly get advanced. So what kind of curriculum are we studying right now is the question. And when referring to Buddha, true Buddhist philosophy does not refer to a particular person. And in our traditions, when we say the name of a saint or a savior, we are referring to an individual. But in Buddhist tradition, there is no individuality, there is only the light. But we focus on persons and personalities. If we really have the divine vision in ourselves, if we really have the divine vision in ourselves, we should see everyone just as light, not as an individual, not as a person, not as a personality. Isn't it true, my dear friends? How do we see each other? How do you define the other person? How do we define ourselves? How do we look at ourselves? How do we look at others? Aren't we all carriers of light? Okay, small light, big light, whatever. We are all carriers of light. And every great one is an embodiment and a messenger of that light. And he is as great as the light within him. So how much light do you have within you, my dear friends? When Buddhists say they worship Buddha, they are not worshipping a person. They are worshipping the light within him and beyond him. And this is exactly what Patriji did. He saw the light in every person. That is why he never used to differentiate between this person and that person. Every person was the same for him. Why? Because he saw the light in every person. He saw great potential in every person to become a Buddha, a master. And the Buddha himself resides in the great vehicle, which is a Mahayana. The light abides in the teaching, and the great vehicle is a formulation of the light. And in accordance with the law he has attained, what is that law? And the law is the appropriation of the teaching to human life in such a way that human beings can find safety and protection to go to the teaching, and from the teaching to the light. We need a guru for this, to show us the right path. What is safety and protection? It's not about the physical protection or not causing harm and stopping you from attacks, nothing like that. When somebody teaches you meditation, you are protected with the power of meditation, with the energy of meditation. And that is how you go to the light. That is how you go to the light with the teaching. What is the protection and safety that we are talking about here? It's not that you are protected from all the suffering, all the pain, nothing like that. You are protected and safe because of the power of your own meditation. Because the teaching is with you, you're protected, you're safe. And through the teaching, you undergo all these things and then travel towards the light. Let's try to understand it more and more well, deeper, because this is a deeper subject, my dear friends. You might want to repeat this video again and again. Because this is Lotus Sutra, my dear friends. Buddha's Lotus Sutra. It's not something that you understand. I was not able to understand this one by one read. And there are three concepts: light, vehicle, and the law. Light, vehicle, law. And there is the almighty omnipresent light, and this light is formulated into the vehicle of the teaching. And how can we formulate this light? Light, vehicle, and law, my dear friends. There are three things which are very, very important. And for example, we say, those who abide in light have no fear. This is a formulation of light. Do we have no fear at all? Do we just say that we have no fear, but actually are fearful? What are we actually inside? It doesn't matter what you say outside. Yes, of course it matters what you say outside, but what are you actually inside? Oh, I can say I am as courageous as a lion. I am fearless. But when the crisis comes, that is what you, the original you, the real you comes out. And those who abide in light have no fear whatsoever. And today morning in the Patriji Oneness Meditation, Patriji's video had come speaking about the fear of death. No fear of death. If you are really spiritual, you will lose that fear of death. You should be ready to let go of everything. That is what is spirituality all about. No fear whatsoever. Darkness is fear, my dear friends. Light is fearlessness. As simple as that. And the prime agents of healing, prosperity, health, and enlightenment are light. And for example, I am taking the light and formulating it in such a way that we understand what it does for us. Then I put the law behind it. And for everything, there is a law, my dear friends. There are rules. We can't just use light however we want, isn't it? And in such a way that we understand what it does for us and how can I appropriate the teaching to the law. I can say, whoever is against the light will be darkened. This is now a law. And so we have the law, the vehicle, and the light. The light, we are the light. We are the vehicles of light. And every vehicle of light should follow a law. Just like laws of nature, law of compassion, law of karma, law of economy, law of so many other things. There is a law of light as well. We should be responsible and sensible when we have that light. Our in the Spider-Man movie it says, with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility, isn't it? So we have the light, that's great power. So what do we do with this power? We are even more and more responsible as to how we spread it across. Let ego not creep in there. Let not anything creep in there. Let no darkness keep in there, because if these things creep in, your light will diminish. Oh, I'm enlightened. I want now everyone to clap for me. Oh, this person is enlightened. She has got light. Oh, now everyone will recognize me. Now everyone, I want to be in the spotlight now because I am the light. No, that doesn't work that. I'm sorry, but that doesn't work that. So in Christianity, there is a saying, Christ in you, I'm sorry, the hope of glory. This does not refer to the individuality of Christ. And symbolically, it refers to the Christ principle in the human. The light principle in the human is called the Buddha nature within you. What is your Buddha nature? What is your nature and what is the Buddha nature? How much gap is there in between, and how much can you close that gap? What is that gap made of? How can you fill that gap within yourself to become the Buddha nature, which is already in you? And this refers to the light, and Saint John was referring to the same light, same idea when he said, everyone born in this world has the light. And in India, we say, in every child, there is God, there is innocence, there's purity. Then what happens when we start growing up? What happens when we start growing up? Have you ever observed, questioned that? The programming, the society, the dogmas, the taboos, the pollution, everything creeps in and we lose that light. And again, we do come and sit in meditation and find that light. What a paradoxical situation this is. So these three viewpoints do not contradict each other. And if you go deeper into your meditation and understanding, you will see that all religions, all traditions, all philosophies and teachings are parts of the great vehicle. And they are one teaching because they are appropriated and suited to the various levels, conditions, and needs of humanity. The light vests itself in different forms. Everything says the same, isn't it? All religions are the same. Though the style of writing or the language or words or anything differs. Exploitation, greed, ego, and power created cleavages between the whole teaching and the manifested teaching. For example, my religion is better than yours. My tradition is greater than yours. My book is the only way to fly to heaven and yours is the road to hell. Don't we keep hearing these things? And this kind of trash came into our consciousness because we were manipulated and exploited by those who came in the name of religion, but tried to divide the light that is in one essence. We are actually one in essence. Separation is darkness. Inclusiveness is light, my dear friends. So where do you want to travel? And if you understand this, it will remove the pressures of the so-called right and wrong actions, such as I am a sinner and I committed a transgression because I went to different religion, temple and prayed with them. Nobody is a sinner here. Everyone has to just pay for the actions that what they did. That's all, as simple as that. The karma philosophy comes in over here. So it's like having one source of electricity, but 5 million types of bulbs. And people attach to the various bulbs and say, this is my religion, this is my bulb. And that may be, but what about the source of electricity behind it? So many organizations are teaching meditation. The electricity behind all religions is the only source of the light right for the bulbs. And in accordance with the law, Buddha is talking with those Buddhas, those enlightened ones who have found the way into the source of the light. And these are the great ones who have achieved and attained through working and with and within the law. For example, in this material world, if we violate a traffic rule, if we go ahead, even if there is a red light, what does the traffic police do? They put a tax on us, they put a challan on us. And that is what happens in the other worlds as well. We need to follow the law. We need to follow the law. Otherwise, we will be asked to pay. And that payment is through experience. That payment is through suffering. That payment is through pain, which nobody can escape. And the law is a formulation of the teaching to create right human relations between people and to create a path for humanity to go step by step into the source of the teaching. And enriched with powers of meditation and wisdom, the law protects, guides, and leads. And sometimes the Buddhist teaching is referred to as the law, the teaching, or the light. They say we take refuge to Buddha, which means to take refuge in the light. We should all take refuge in the teachings. We should all take refuge in the light. What does that mean, refuge? You're not escaping into something. You're not asking them to protect. You are being protected with your own meditation power, with your own wisdom, with your own teachings, with your own strength, with your own courage. So now we have come to what is meditation. Meditation has 10 characteristics, my dear friends. Now you need to jot down all the 10 characteristics and see where you exactly stand as per the 10 characteristics. And this is the Lotus Sutra speaking, my dear friends. This is the highest teachings of Buddha, the great Buddha. The first power is the power of penetration. The minds of those who meditate become penetrative and they gain the power to penetrate. And where do they penetrate? They penetrate into everything, the human mind, the human heart, into the human personality, into religion, into sciences, into psychology, into politics, into everything. When you meditate, you have the power to penetrate through all these things, into the mind of God, into the mind of the universe, into the mind of the cosmos. And the deeper is your meditation, the deeper your penetration. You can actually have the power to go through, to enter into everything. If you do not have the required meditation power, you cannot enter the gates of the kingdom of God. Isn't it what the Bible says? Unless and until you become a child, you will not be allowed to enter the kingdom of God. What does it mean? You cannot penetrate. You cannot penetrate through it because you haven't done any meditation. You don't have the meditation power, that wisdom, that light in you. How did Patriji's words reach us? Thousands and lakhs of people. How did they reach lakhs of people, my dear friends? They entered our mind. They entered our heart. That is how we became the masters of meditation, isn't it? Because they entered us. That words, the teachings entered us. And that is what meditation does. Earlier, there was something which I read from another book, which says that, what is meditation? Meditation, nothing but taking and giving, receiving and offering, taking and giving, receiving and offering. What do we receive? The wisdom, the ideas, the visions, the great concepts from the higher worlds, and then giving it to everyone over here. Meditation, nothing but taking and giving. Nothing is yours. You just see, you're the vehicle of light, and you take light and you show light to everyone. You take wisdom and you share that wisdom with everyone. You take love, you receive love, and you spread that love with everyone. That is what meditation is. Nothing belongs to you. Nothing is yours. Nothing is mine. So, meditation has the power of penetration, my dear friends. That is something so beautiful. And what is the result of penetration? The result is revelation. For example, a person meditates and penetrates deeply into the laws and into the teaching, the principles behind the laws. For example, the law of compassion. What is the law of compassion? That is what you penetrate yourself into. You understand the law of karma and you abide by the law of karma. You understand the law of economy and you abide by the law of economy. You understand the law of inclusiveness and you abide by the law of inclusiveness. These are what laws are all about, my dear friends. You understand the laws of nature and you abide by the laws of nature. That is what you penetrate into. That is what reveals everything to you. Meditation is a revelation. And then he penetrates into the principle behind the teaching, which is the light. He thinks, meditates, and finds new laws and new revelations and brings greater discoveries to whom? To us. And we, as individuals, as vehicles of light, have the responsibility to meditate more and more so that we bring more and more light to everyone, my dear friends. Such a great responsibility, such a great power that we have to spread the light with everyone. And we all think that we are doing meditation only for ourselves. I'm sorry, no. Buddha doesn't think so. Did he meditate for himself? When did Buddha come? We are still talking about Buddha. See how great his light is. He's penetrating through so many incarnations and generations, thousands of years, centuries. His light is like that. That is how every meditator should aspire to become. Bring in the light and spread that light to everyone. Never, ever, ever doubt yourself. Doubt your power. Doubt your, do not ever underestimate yourself. You are the vehicle of light, my dear friends. You are a beautiful vehicle of light. And the first thing meditation does is make your mind penetrate. And a Buddha achieves greatness through the power of meditation. And what is the first power of meditation? Penetrability. You penetrate first into yourself, into your emotional cosmos. If you consider your emotions, you see that they are a labyrinth. And human emotions are intricate and complicated. And you can get lost in them and cannot see through them. But through meditation, you penetrate into these realms. And this is one level of penetration. Penetration into your emotional body. And when you penetrate into your own emotional body, you master your emotional body, my dear friends. That is what it does. Meditation. You can see in reality what your emotions are and how you can master your emotions. You will see each emotion as an object and check yourself what is necessary and what is not necessary. Don't look at it as positive and negative. What is a necessary emotion? What is an unnecessary emotion? That is called as emotional intelligence. That is called as emotional body mastery. It penetrates, the meditation power penetrates through your emotional body. That is how you become a master of your emotional body. And Patriji says, be a master, isn't it? Be a master. Be a master of what? Your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. That is how you need to become a master. You need to master every level of your own self. Every level of yourself. And the spiritual process is efforts on all levels, my dear friends. And this is just one level of penetration into your emotional body, into your emotions, and mastering your emotions. And the real power of penetration is the ability to raise your mind from one level to another one, from one plane to another, until you journey from the light that is becoming more radioactive, until finally you reach the source of the light. We have a lower mind and a higher mind, my dear friends. With the help of meditation, you will take the lower mind slowly, slowly, slowly to the higher mind. And until finally you reach the source of light, isn't it? And in human terms, this means that the person is penetrating into his own depth, into his core, and becoming one with the light that is within him and within the cosmos. This is called mental body mastery. When you meditate, the light goes to each and every body of yours, the emotional body, the mental body. You find the light within your mind. And that is how you connect with the mind of the cosmos, the higher mind, the higher mind of the higher worlds. Your mind becomes more and more radioactive. Let's journey consciously, my dear friends. Where are we right now and where do I have to go? Where am I right now? Have I mastered my emotional body? Have I mastered my mind? Have I mastered myself? Have I cultivated my heart? All these things are the questions that you need to ask yourself. You need to finally reach the source of light. And what? How does that happen? Only through meditation and penetration. You reach through your emotional body. You reach through the mental body and cleanse it, purify it, and master those bodies, emotional body and mental body. You wash them inside out. You purify that. You polish it. You rinse it until everything is so beautifully pure, beautiful, joyful, inclusive, compassionate, loving, service oriented, cause oriented, fearless. Isn't that beautiful to even understand? Now we'll come to the second power of meditation, is the power of manipulation of energy and matter. Oh my God, what? Is it manipulation is a negative word? That is how we learned, isn't it? Manipulation is a negative word. We should not speak about manipulation. That's what we learned. That's how I learned also. But through meditation, you gain the power to manipulate, control, and direct energy. Is that manipulation? I don't think it's manipulation. You're just channeling your energy into something which is required. For example, when you come out of meditation and you start gossiping, that is not called channeling your energy into the required things, isn't it? You're just wasting your energy. There are so many leakages. You're talking nonsense. That is leakages. And as the law says, energy follows thought. 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 Your mind is very, very, very powerful, my dear friends. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Energy follows thought. And by thinking and meditating, you become a powerful individuality because you can manipulate and control energy and matter. You need to become an original thinker, not a copycat. You listen somewhere and you talk. You read somewhere and you talk. You become a thinker, original thinker as you meditate more and more. And the original thinker is one who gets connected to the higher worlds, to the mind of the cosmos. What do you want to do with your energy that you gain from meditation? How do you want to utilize that? How do you want to invest your energy? The cosmic energy. Always remember, energy follows thought. Please underline this statement. Wherever you go, even you can put it on your vision board, you can put it in your post-its, wherever. You can remind yourself, energy follows thought. So be very careful, be very mindful of your thought. An example of manipulating energy and substance is imagination and visualization. And before now, very little thought has been given to these subjects. But today, science and the healing professions in holism are discovering that through visualization, people can cure themselves, not others. People can cure themselves, and you can change the physical body and the emotions. We have learned about the law of attraction, isn't it? What is it all about? It's all about visualization, manifesting. That is how you create your own reality. You create your own future. That is how you can change things, everything. You can change the way you think. You can change the way your emotions are. You can change your physical body. You can change everything. All the power is within you. And you can even dissipate the collection of darkness within you if that is what you want. Do you want to come out of the darkness? That is the main question that you have to ask yourself. Do you want to come out of the darkness? Do you want to enter the light? Or are you comfortable with the darkness? Are we in love with the darkness? Question yourself, my dear friends. This is a very, very, very important thing. We get very comfortable with our own pain and suffering, that we don't want to get out of it. Because if we get out of it, we don't know who we are anymore. The entire life we are complaining about something. He did this, she did that, because of this. When we finally know that you create your own reality, you don't know who you are anymore. You don't know what to do anymore. There's a vacuum there. So I was this complaining person. Now what I am right now? You take a step ahead, isn't it? That is what vacuum does. You unlearn and you relearn. And what is darkness? It is the germs, viruses, and pollution within your body and systems. And these are manifestations of darkness. And when you meditate and release the light into these dark areas of your personality, you eliminate the darkness. You eliminate, erase, and dissipate the darkness and restore health, happiness, and prosperity within yourself. Don't focus on darkness, focus on the light. Because remember, energy follows thought. And you say, oh, I want to remove my darkness, I want to remove my darkness. You're actually focusing on darkness more than the light. Instead of saying, oh, I want to be fearless, I want to be fearless, say, I want to be courageous. Instead of saying, oh, I don't want to be separatistic, I don't want to be separatist, say, I want to be inclusive. Focus on what you actually want, not what you don't want. Unless you really care about what you don't want actually. Because it's still there in front of your eyes. You're distracted towards that thing which you don't want. And you want that to go away. And you focus all your energy on that thing which to go away. But it will strengthen itself. Because your energy, you're pouring it into that entity or whatever. For example, an architect creates an outstanding building or an outstanding painting. And what are these creations? They are formulations of light. And through meditation, a person takes light, then formulates and manifests it as beautiful objects. He takes energy, then controls and mixes it with matter so that something comes into existence. What does an artist do? He takes a palette, he mixes all the colors. That is called manipulating and controlling, my dear friends. He decides what colors to put on the painting. He wants to select blue color, he wants to select white color, he wants to select maroon color. He selects the colors. And you need to decide what color you want to choose to paint on your own canvas. What are the colors you are choosing? Make a beautiful creation. And you are 100% capable of it. You have 100%, more than 100% potential within yourself to create something so beautiful that can lead humanity from darkness to light. The Buddha nature is within you, my dear friends. Please recognize it. Live it. Love it. Be it. Do not ever dismiss yourself. Never do the negative self-talk. Don't give energy to that. Love yourself abundantly. Abundantly. Be like a moving vehicle of light. Be like a moving vehicle of love. Be like a moving vehicle of beauty, joy, wonder. Within. Then let's come to the third power of meditation, which is the power of compatibility and adaptability. And let us say that each person is a unique kind of computer. All right. And meditation creates those communication links that make computers compatible with each other. And in human terms, this means that I can understand and translate you totally, and that I can be totally translated by you. That is called as oneness. That is called as inclusiveness. We are all one. There's only one software inside us. That is called as oneness. We can link ourselves with each other through a software called as oneness. And those who do not go into deeper meditation become fanatics, separative, and create cleavages. And their only motto is, without me, you cannot do anything. Without my knowledge, you do not know anything. And these kinds of illusions are created by those who do not go into deep meditation. So much of self-importance is there that I want to show everyone that I am so important to you as well. I impose my importance upon you. And that is not a quality of a meditator, isn't it? And as you go deep into meditation, you dissolve separative walls and reach into the essence that flows like electricity throughout millions of bulbs without losing its essence and character of light. You do not lose yourself. When you meditate, you do not lose yourself. You do not lose your light. You don't lose your essence. It's such a beautiful thing to learn from the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha's teachings, the great Buddha's teachings. Are you dissolving the separative walls within yourself and amongst ourselves? Oh, she's like this, he's like that. We're not going to dissolve all the separatistic walls. Oh, he belongs to that group, she belongs to this group, she does that, he does this. Why? What do we get out of all this? Doing all this? The fourth power of meditation is synthesis. And you become more synthesizing, uniting, and inclusive. Instead of becoming an island, you become an all-inclusive consciousness. Your inclusiveness, you can understand the expression of others because expressions are formulations. And in these formulations, there is light and darkness. There is oneness and separatism. But because you have penetrated into the essence, you understand what people are saying. That is called as the power of discrimination, my dear friends. You can discriminate between light and darkness within you and others as well. You can discriminate. That is called as the power of discrimination. You understand what people are saying. Great ones achieve using these powers because they meditate and develop wisdom. Are you being all-inclusive or not? Is your consciousness expanding or not? Synthesis. The fourth power is synthesis, my dear friends. The great Buddha is saying, please be mindful and listen and learn. This subject doesn't come to everyone easily. Only when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You are ready. So take it when the opportunity comes. The fifth power of meditation is stability and balance. Meditation creates stability and balance. And the greater your meditation, the greater is the stability developed within you. And what is stability? Stability is having a direction and never letting that direction go. When you're on the right track, you're stable in that track. You're persevering. You're just going on the right path, direction. And stability is to be devoted, dedicated, and fixed in the direction of the source of light. Not getting into the distractions of darkness. And once you are led to the source of light, you're also led to all expressions of the light. And the Lotus Sutra says that the great ones achieve their greatness through the power of meditation. How far have we achieved stability and balance in your materialistic life and your spiritual life, both of them? How much time are you spending in meditation? How much are you spending in self-contemplation, self-checking, self-questioning, being aware of everything, every thought, every word? Everything you do should be meditation. That is what Patriji said. Focus and concentration. And the sixth one is joy. The more you meditate, the more joy enters into your heart. And joy is spiritual contentment. And this means that you have created contact with the source of light. Are you joyful? Are you abundantly joyful? Are you smiling even when nobody is there? Are you being joyful even when nobody is there? Nobody is there around. You are the only person in the room. And are you still being joyful? Then that is real joy. I'm alone in the house and I'm joyfully cooking something. I'm joyfully cleaning my room. I'm joyfully meditating. I'm joyfully reading a book. I'm joyfully talking with my friends. I'm joyful all the time. Like I'm really joyful. Meditation makes you more and more joyful, my dear friends. Are we becoming joyful or not? There are no cleavages between you and the light. And this is subtle joy, not craziness. And when Buddha was leaving his son, he asked himself, what can I leave this boy so that he will always strive? Striving is moving towards betterment. Striving is progressing towards light. So what could Buddha have left his son with? Joy. Actually, my puppy's name is also Joy. So I kept his name as Joy. So that I say the name so often that I remain joyful. I remind myself, you know what? You have to remain joyful. You have to remain cheerful, so full of energy. That is what your true essence is. I call my baby Joy, Joy. Where are you, Joy? And he said to his son, from now on, you must try to be really joyful. The boy said, joy is so easy. And in laughter said, I am in joy. But when he became an adult, he understood that to have joy continuously is the most difficult thing in the world. You can achieve joy only through meditation and by coming into contact with the source of light, my dear friends. There's no other possibility. Seventh one. We just have 4 more to go, my dear friends. Seventh one is foresight and insight. And meditation creates foresight and insight, both of them. Now, what is foresight? Foresight is when you can see things that will occur in the future. Insight is seeing what is happening and is going to happen within you, which is the most important thing. And this is a great device for people to achieve greatness. Now, if I have to ask you, what is happening within you right now? Are you aware of the mechanisms working inside of you? Your heart, your mental body, your emotions, what is happening inside of you? If I have to ask right now, would you have an answer? And if you do not have foresight, you are blind. You do not know where you are or where you are going. And if you do not have insight, my dear friends, you do not know what you are. How can a person who does not know what he is go to a place that has no address? What is your current address? What is your permanent address? We fill in the banking forms, right? Your current address, your correspondent address, your permanent address. We write it, right? So what is your address in the future? You will know only when you know where you are right now, what you are right now. The eighth power of meditation is the power of unobscured vision, my dear friends. And it is said that in his manifested form, Lord Buddha was a person who had tremendous penetration of unobscured vision between the past, present, and the future. unobscured vision between the past, present, and the future. And in one of his dialogues, he wrote about, the time when he was walking and begging for food. Two boys were playing with mud, and seeing that Buddha was passing by, they decided to give him a gift. They hurriedly made mud pies, and as he walked by, they put 2 or 3 mud pies into his plate. Buddha smiled, a very beautiful smile. Ananda, Buddha's disciple, said, Lord, why did you smile that special smile? He answered, one of the boys who put the mud pies in my plate will be born in the future as a king who will collect my teaching. He will synthesize my teaching and spread it all over the world. His name will be Ashoka. Past, present, and future, my dear friends. Unobscured vision of the past, present, and the future. And the king came and actually did everything that Buddha prophesied. Buddha achieved these powers through meditation. You can actually see, but not boast. The 9th power of meditation is the power of wisdom. What is the power of wisdom? Wisdom is any level of experience used and enlightened by a vision of future achievement. For example, you have had an experience and you now know these things. For example, you ate an apple and you know how that tastes. And now you know how it tastes when you tasted the apple. You have knowledge, and this knowledge is used to lead people to the source of light because you have experience. Let us say that you fought against light, but you were always defeated. Since many centuries, wars were made against light. And we have learned and understood that if we fight against light, we will be defeated. So why do that again? Why fight against light when we have the choice to be with the light? Be the light. That is wisdom. Knowledge plus experience is equal to wisdom. You know that the apple tastes sweet. So you tell about the sweetness of the apple to others and ask them to taste it by themselves so that they have the knowledge and the experience, and that becomes their wisdom. I have learned meditation. I know what meditation is. So when I teach meditation to others, it becomes knowledge. And when they meditate, it becomes an experience. And that creates wisdom. That is the power of wisdom. That is the power of meditation, my dear. Knowledge plus experience is equal to wisdom. Knowledge itself is not wisdom. And this created a lot of physical, emotional, and mental karma. And this is an experience. Wisdom comes when you see the futility of your fight and accept the light. You reverse your experience and use it in the future for the light. You're fighting for separatism. Stop right now and fight for inclusiveness. Join inclusiveness. Be inclusiveness. Because at the end of it all, we all are supposed to do that. Then why waste our time fighting for darkness? To be the vehicle of darkness. Why? How many incarnations will we fight on behalf of the darkness? When do we want to become a Buddha? When do I want to become a Buddha? When do you want to become a Buddha? When will you allow the Buddha nature within you flourish and become the light? And there's a phrase which says, "No, Sariputra, of yore I made a vow, wishing to cause all creatures to rank equally without difference with me." unity, synthesis, oneness, inclusiveness. All creatures, human beings, animals, Mother Earth, every living being, the universe, the planet, everything. There's no difference. We are all one, we are all equal. And he did not say, the Buddha did not say, I am the only one and there is no one else. And he did not say, you cannot do what I did. He says, my vow is that you will all reach the source of light. If he had said otherwise, he would have been contradicting himself. And since there is one source and we are all sparks from that source, he was not saying, I have become a Buddha, but you cannot. Do you remember Patriji saying that if a Dadiwala can, teach to lakhs and thousands of people, why can't you do it? If I can do it, you can also do it. That is what he used to say to everyone, isn't it? If I'm a master, you are also a master. If I'm a Buddha, you are also a Buddha. What I can, you also can. That is the sign of a great true master, my dear friends. And his vow was to take all of us to that level where we are equal to him. And this means that we will have transcended our personality and individual cleavages and become one with the light. This is what Buddha wants from all of us. This is what Patriji wants from all of us. This is what every great master would want from all of us. Don't let even an iota of darkness to creep inside you. Be like a watchdog for yourself. Jealousy, get out. Hatred, get out. Ego, get out. Fear, get out. No entry. And the last one, my dear friends, is the power of withdrawal. Meditation withdraws you from the lower parts of your body and eventually concentrates and focuses you in your head or your heart. And without causing you to lose control of all parts of yourself. Lower chakras to higher chakras, lower self to higher self, lower mind to higher mind, emotional body to astral body. We all think that astral body is something else. Astral body is nothing but your emotional body, my dear friends. If your body has organized emotions, it is called as astral body. If your body has unorganized emotions, it is called as emotional body, but they're both the same. Astral body and emotional body are the same, my dear friends. You travel in your meditation with your emotional body, which is your astral body. And Egyptian mythology speaks of a king who was cut into pieces that were spread everywhere. And eventually, he was resurrected when the pieces became together and he became one. It will be beneficial for everyone to study history, not to understand history, but to learn the lessons from it. What is the moral of the story? So you are now spread in every part of your body. Some people are their stomachs, some people are their sex, some their hatred, their revenge, or malice, and so on. But where are they? Where are you? Where am I? They're not focused in their heart or head. And if there is no focus, you do not exist yet. We don't know where we are. We need to understand where we are. And we need to understand where we have to go. We need to find that address, Google Maps. Meditation is your Google map. You will know where you are right now. And this power of withdrawal brings you back to your core, and meditation brings you back to your core. No one can help you but yourself. Do not believe people when they say this or that person will save you. Buddha never said that. Patriji never said that. So that is the right teaching. And you must save yourself. Your example can inspire people to start entering into the path of transformation, but you must save yourself. You must teach others to save themselves by teaching them meditation. No more, no less. Finally, Apo Deepo Bhava, you create your own reality. And this photo that you have, you must not have seen him. This is Torquem Saradarian, who has written this book, The Hidden Wisdom of Lotus Sutra, the Buddha's teachings. Thank you, my dear friends. That is all for today. I'm sorry if I've taken a little longer time, Kanchan. I'm really sorry.
No, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, indeed, this subject it's really, really deep. And we need to go through multiple times with the session to understand deeply. But yeah, you beautifully explained like a few things. Even I realized this Lotus Sutra is having a very deep essence, which Patriji has already given us in a layman language to everyone, like how we are already using in our life. Like be a master is the commonly we usually heard, and we are practiced to say, Namaste, master. So what is the master means? Like today you explained so well, like everything, master your mind, master your all bodies, and then we can be a master. So indeed, this session is really really amazing. Doesn't matter, time has little passed, but it's absolutely fine. Everybody has enjoyed this wisdom, I believe. And thank you so much, ma'am. Now, if you have permission, can we see like if somebody is having any question to ask?
Please. Would love to
Masters?
hear them out.
Yeah, masters, please raise your hands if anybody is having any questions to ask. Or either you want to share your experience at the moment, how you find the session, and what is your takeaway from the session. Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am, we have
Namita.
Namita ji with us.
Hello, Namaste, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful session. So much deeper understanding, as Kanchan said. I might have to listen again, that's for sure. This cannot go everything in one go in my head. My question is, ma'am, so as we say, the meditation provides us everything. So do we need to do anything additional? Like, a lot of people do chakra healing, do their past life regression therapies, and those sort of things we do. Do they faster our progress, or is meditation, when we sit in a meditation, is it smart enough that we can be healed where we need to be healed? Emotions come to the surface which need to be addressed, and we don't need to go anywhere else. We'll just sit in a close eye meditation, and with time, with how much time we invest in these things, savadhyaya, sajjan sangat, and meditation, everything will be healed itself.
Thank you for asking that question. I believe that meditation is an all-in-one. It's an all-rounder. So we don't have to see. Patriji once said that all the other techniques are like rivers, and meditation, Anapanasati meditation, is like the ocean. So all of them finally have to join the ocean, and that is what meditation is. So see, in this material world, we are so used to fast, instant, quick shortcuts. And that is how we take the physical laws into the spiritual laws, but we seldom fail to understand that the physical laws do not work for the spiritual laws. So, physical laws are different, spiritual laws are different. We don't have shortcuts like instant ukma, instant dosa. It's not like that. See, the soul knows better. When we do meditation, we delve deep into ourselves, our mind shuts off, and the soul knows better, isn't it? Our heart knows better. Our heart can lead us where we want to go, where we have to reach. So I say, trust in the universe, trust in yourself, trust in the process. We go somewhere else when we are insecure about it, or when we are impatient about something, or when we fail to understand something. You don't have to understand everything. You have to learn to be patient with yourself, with your progress, with your learnings. I understand that you want to get healed. That's okay, but everything in its own time. Everything will fall into place as you meditate. That is one virtue. That's great virtue, being patient with yourself. You will heal your emotions only when you understand your emotions. You will pass the physics exam only when you attend the classes and understand physics. Unless until you understand physics, you will not be able to write the exam properly and pass in distinction. That you need to understand physics. So for you to heal yourself, you need to understand, sit with your emotions and pick each one out, what is necessary, what is unnecessary in your meditation, and try to master your emotional body. It is not about healing, it's mastering yourself. Okay, if I get hurt today, I heal myself. I'll get hurt tomorrow, I'll have to heal myself again. I'll get hurt the day after tomorrow, I'll have to heal myself again. When you master your emotional body, you don't have to heal yourself again and again and again, isn't it?
Yes.
So master your emotional body, master your mental body, so that you don't need healing. That understanding brings the light, and that light will shine onto you, so that these things, pain, hurt, anger, resentment, all these things don't creep in, and you understand that you are actually above that. When you're going above that, all these things don't make any sense to you anymore.
Yes.
For example, I'm studying degree, and I can understand how a first class student will behave. And do I take that seriously? No, I understand. I know that, that person will behave like that because I used to behave like that in the first class. So it's okay. You don't try to correct that first class person, do you? You don't do that anymore because you understand. You're now above all that. When you're above all the clouds will not make a difference to you. They will not be turbulent to you. So I say meditate, meditate, and meditate.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
A wonderful question, Namita. You asked, and we got the answer that all different modalities exist. But yes, again, why to dive in the river when we have an ocean with us? So better to go there and enjoy that part. Anyhow, Master, anybody else want to say anything?